the heat is rising in the Ram Temple donation case. All 8 accused have been sent to 14 days judicial custody. Investigators are widening the net now. The money trail, bank transaction, assets and possible links are all under scrutiny. Now, with nearly 80 lakh rupees recovered so far, investigators say that the investigation is far from over as of now. But as the investigation unravels, viewers, the most sensational revelation today is a 25-second long clip from 5th of June. And a sequence that could become the biggest question that the Ram Mandir trustees need to answer. Now, sources tell Times Now that the Trust General Secretary, Champat Rai, first received information about the suspected donation theft on June 3rd and 4th. On June 5th, Trust representatives accompanied by police reached an accused's residence and recovered nearly 58 lakh rupees. Now, sources also further claim the remaining money was returned through bank transfer by June 8. The Ram Mandir Trust is scheduled to meet on July 6th, of course, to decide its next course of action. But even as the meeting looms, the VHP warns devotees to not lose faith. But the longer the question remains unanswered, viewers, the louder the demand for accountability becomes more serious.
The trust requested the Chief Minister to appoint an SIT. When the SIT members reached Ayodhya, Champatji said, "Start your interrogation with me." A comprehensive investigation has been requested. The trustees of Ram Janmabhoomi Tirtha Kshetra are equally anxious for an honest inquiry.
चंपत राय जी ने इस्तीफा अपने आप दिया है। उनके नैतिक दायित्व बनता था, उसे उन्होंने स्वीकार किया और वो लोग जो चंपत राय जी के ऊपर प्रश्न चिन्ह लगाने की कोशिश करते हैं, वो अपनी गिरेबान में झांक कर देखें।
An important update coming in this point in time, the radio maintenance officer, the RMO Arjun Dev, has been transferred from Ayodhya to Gorakhpur. He's an inspector rank officer in the wireless department of UP Police. Now, as per sources, viewers, the monitoring of the CCTV controlled room was under the charge of RMO Arjun Dev, who has been transferred now. In fact, the room where the cash donations were counted and where the embezzlement took place was under the control of him. Now, as per the SIT report, which has raised several questions over the role of this RMO and the monitoring of both the CCTV system and the counting room, the SIT probe also found that Dev was involved in trust affairs beyond his official responsibilities. In fact, I'm being joined by my colleague Mohit Bhatt to decode the information for us. Mohit, of a crucial action there by the Yogi government. The RMO has been transferred now, and he was responsible for the room where the alleged embezzlement took place.
Well, yes, in fact, and you see, the main question that everybody was raising, that this video maintenance officer was the RMO and inspector range officer, Mr. Arjun. Many a times he was transferred, but then he used his influential link to stay in Ayodhya. For past many years, he was deputed in Ayodhya, and as we all know that if somebody is a government servant, if he works with the UP government in this case, then he would be transferred to the other areas, but he was not. He had various important duties. Now, according to the sources, the monitoring room of the CCTV control room was under the charge of RMO Arjun Dev. And according to the sources, SIT report has raised questions over the role of RMO Arjun Dev of UP Police Wireless Department. And in fact, he was questioned by the SIT regarding his role and regarding the fund embezzlement. And that is why this particular action is being taken, because his role was found to be suspicious. So clearly, slowly and steadily, what we see is that the ambit of investigation by the the SIT or by the police is expanding. Not just all these 8 accused who have been arrested, but others are also on the radar of the SIT because they believe that many people from the bottom to the top were involved in this. And perhaps that is why the questions, as you rightly pointed out, are being raised on the role of Champat Rai, that if he knew about the fund embezzlement and also the scam, then why exactly at that particular time when the trust officials and the police went to recover money from the accused on 5th of June, why exactly FIR was not filed? Remember, the first FIR was filed on 25th of June. The SIT was formed on 13th of June. So what exactly took them around 20 days to file an official FIR? Was there an effort being done to shield certain person to ensure that they are out of the ambit of investigation? And perhaps that is why the police is looking at all the aspects, and that is why they have issued notices to various banks where we have accounts of the trust and also of the accused to get into the details of it. And this particular transfer of this RMO is also very important in that regard.
Of course, several questions there still unanswered, but of course, the wheel of law moving fast there. The RMO has been transferred. Thank you so much, Mohit, for bringing us all those details here. Now, viewers, meanwhile, the news is, of course, clearly tightening. As I mentioned, the accused are facing not just legal action, but also social isolation. And why I say so is because in a dramatic move, the Ayodhya Bar Association has unanimously resolved that none of its members will represent the 8 accused, which means any lawyer denying the decision faces a 5 lakh penalty. And the bar didn't stop there. It wants FIRs and action against trust functionaries Champat Rai, Anil Mishra and Gopal Rao, even though none of them are named as accused so far. The lawyers also want the trio to leave Ayodhya within 3 days and warn of a blockade otherwise. Listen in.
अभियुक्तों की ओर से वकालत नहीं करेगा। अगर अधिवक्ता वकालत करता है तो इस संघ में सहयोग की धनराशि में 5 लाख रुपए वो प्रत्येक नाम से जमा करेगा।
Now, the BJP says this boycott is a powerful message from the Hindu society, that those who betrayed faith of millions shall not only face the full force of the law, but also the wrath of people. The Congress, however, has turned the attack directly on the BJP now. It has drawn comparisons with the historical looting of temples, even invoking Mahmud Ghazni.
Earlier, Mohammad Ghazni looted India for almost 17 years, 17 times. Now, Bharatiya Janata Party is looting the temple for the past 12 years in the name of Ayodhya. It is no way better than Ghaznavi's loot.
मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ, महमूद गजनवी में और इन लोगों में क्या फर्क है? उसने भी मंदिर लूटा था, इन्होंने भी मंदिर लूटा है। उसकी मंदिर से कोई आस्था नहीं थी, इनकी तो मंदिरों से आस्था है, इसके बावजूद लूट मचा रखी है।
Now, the battle over the Ram Temple donation row is no longer just about Ayodhya. It is rapidly becoming the opening pitch for the 2027 Uttar Pradesh elections as well. Now, sensing a political opportunity, Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav is now promising an even better Ayodhya, a Siaram Dham. Now, if voted to power, he says he will make it. The same Akhilesh who is yet to visit Ram Lalla 2.5 years since the temple's consecration has now said he will go after the Kedareshwar temple in Etawah when it is completed. But Yogi Adityanath has refused to fight on SP chief's turf. Instead, he's flipped the narrative, challenging Akhilesh to back the Krishna Janmabhoomi movement in Mathura and reminding voters of the Samajwadi Party's record during the Ram Janmabhoomi movement. He asks, where was this newfound devotion when the Samajwadi Party movement fired on Kar Sevaks? And if this really is change of heart, Will Akhilesh now also support the Krishna Janmabhoomi movement? Listen.
जो चढ़ावा चोरी कर सकते हैं वो हमारा वोट चोरी क्यों नहीं कर सकते, सांसद क्यों नहीं चोरी कर सकते? इसलिए हमें बहुत सावधान रहना पड़ेगा। इनकी निगाहें नेशन पे नहीं है, डोनेशन पर हैं। जो लोग ये कहते थे नेशन फर्स्ट, उनके लिए लग रहा है कि डोनेशन फर्स्ट है।
अब बारी है बांके बिहारी की, कृष्ण कन्हैया की। श्री कृष्ण जन्मभूमि के बारे में बोलिए, तब हम सच मानेंगे, नहीं तो आपकी झूठ सर, ये धूल झोंकने की राजनीतिक चाल पर जनता विश्वास करने वाली नहीं है।